I'll take care of that, Dr. Benelli. Here's R.J.
Hi, Dr. Benelli.
Good morning, R.J. Say, when are we going to have that game of backgammon so I can get even?
I'm just on my way to physical therapy now. How about this afternoon?
After my runs, you're on.
Everybody wants to challenge a winner, right?
Let's go, Ken.
He's absolutely unbeatable at backgammon.
I have to be. It's the only game I can play anymore.
I'll be in the chaplain's office.
Yes, Doctor.
He called you R.J. You're R.J. Warner, the football player, ain't you?
Guilty.
Glad to meet you, R.J. Bill Wheeler. My wife just had a baby. Boy.
Congratulations.
Man, what a day this is. Becoming a father and meeting you. Yeah, I used to watch you play all the time on television.
Thanks.
I always felt you were the best in the NFL. What a career you had ahead of you. Must be tough to...
It is.
I mean, to think what you had going for you. Well, a guy'd give his right arm to be where you were.
Yeah, give my best to your wife, huh?
You know, I want you to know how sorry I'm about what happened. I mean, man, it just doesn't seem fair. A young man like you, with your talent, famous, lots of money, and now it's all over.
Ken, can you get me out of here?
I mean, to be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Ken.
Well, what's the matter, R.J.?
Get me out of here.
Just wanted to have a little...
RJ, heads up.
Hi, Mark.
How's it going? You ready to race me yet?
Not quite. Still can't move it any further than before.
You'll do it. I have faith in you.
Yeah? How come?
Because you're RJ Warner, and RJ Warner can do anything he wants.
I wish. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Why not just get a wheelchair with a motor on it? One that runs by itself.
No, Mark. I don't want to have to rely on a motor or somebody else to push me where I want to go. I want to be able to get around under my own power. That way I'm not quite so helpless, not quite so crippled. But you're right, Coach. Sooner or later, I'll do it.
Good morning. What are you two in a huddle about?
Yardage gain.
Hi, Miss Warner.
Hi, Mark. Thought you might like this new book on the NFL?
Thanks.
Now, what's this about yardage gained?
You moved your chair?
No yardage gain. Timeout on the field.
Oh, honey.
But there's a big play coming up, right, RJ?
Right, Coach. Sooner or later.
Mark, time for the pool.
Okay. Gotta go. RJ, can you help me with my schoolwork this afternoon?
Sure. Right after lunch.
Okay. See you. See you, Mrs. Warner.
Bye, Mark. You know, he really admires you.
He's a good kid, ain't he? It's too bad. You know, it's funny. Neither one of us will ever walk again. But I think he's lucky because he can move around by himself. It's all relative. Somebody who's completely paralyzed would probably consider me lucky for being able to move my arms at all.
Well, I feel pretty lucky being married to you.
Except I can't be a husband anymore.
RJ, don't. Would you like to go outside?
In a minute. All right, let's go. Who was the second president of the United States? Mark. There's a history lesson waiting whenever you get back from wherever you are.
Think I could be a lawyer?
Hmm?
When I grow up, I'll bet they're lawyers in wheelchairs. I could be a lawyer.
I don't see why not. Or even president. There was a president named Roosevelt who ran the country from a wheelchair.
I'll put them on my list.
What list?
Jobs I could do. There are a lot of things. Salesman, accountant, radio announcer, writer, teacher, scientist.
Teachers need to know their history.
RJ, what are you gonna do?
I haven't made up my mind yet. I always wanted to be a cowboy or a trapeze artist.
RJ, did you ever cry? I mean, when you found out you can be paralyzed and everything?
Sure I did.
You did?
Lots of times.
Then I don't feel so bad, I guess, if you cried too.
There's nothing wrong if a man cries when he needs to.
After the car accident, they didn't tell me for a long time that my mom and dad were dead and that I was going to be paralyzed. When I found out, that's when I cried the most.
The best thing you could have done. It's good for you. I cry once a week, whether I need to or not.
I'm sure glad you're around. You know, the guys at school still can't believe I really know you. They want some more autographs, okay?
Okay. After the history lesson. Deal?
Deal.
Let's get moving. I've got a date with Dr. Benelli for backgammon.
Every time. How do you do it?
Easy. I learned to anticipate my opponent's moves.
That must come in handy.
It does. For example, you didn't come in here just to play backgammon. There's something you wanted to say to me since you walked in the door.
I didn't know it showed.
Say it, Doc.
All right. You're starting to feel sorry for yourself, aren't you?
What?
RJ, I don't have to be a linebacker to anticipate what you're thinking. I heard about that little incident at the elevator this morning. And some of the other things you've said in the past few weeks. Putting yourself down for being crippled. Joking, but not really joking. It's the way somebody tries to get help when they're afraid to ask for it.
I didn't know it showed.
It's the kind of help I can't give you. Nobody can. Except God.
God, come on.
I've seen it happen, RJ. People who feel defeated, abandoned, get the strength they need by asking God for it.
Sure.
It's there. All you have to do is ask for it.
Don't I have to believe first?
All you have to do is ask for it.
You didn't answer my question.
Yes, I did.
I do things by myself. I don't need any help.
Then you're the strongest man in the world.
You're not in this wheelchair for the rest of your life.
No, but you are. Are you strong enough to face that? I brought you something, just in case you're not. It tells you how to ask for help. It can't hurt, RJ. You have nothing to lose.
You mean nothing left worth losing?
Let me read something to you. It is peace that you need. Heaven's forgiveness and peace and love in the soul. Money cannot buy it. Intellect cannot procure it. Wisdom cannot attain to it. You can never hope by your own effort to secure it. But God offers it to you as a gift. It is yours if you will but reach out your hand and grasp it.
He's really depressed, isn't he?
Very. And getting worse. Tries not to show it, but it's there.
That's understandable. I mean, he had everything a man could want. And now most of it's gone.
That's what he said. But he can still have a good life. He has to be made to see that.
How?
I don't know. But it's got to be soon, before something happens to push him over the edge.
Dr. Andrews, Dr. Sharon Andrews,
Maybe
please
for
report
good.
to X-ray.
Hi, Margaret. Oh, no. Code Blue, room 217.
Have you seen Mark this morning?
Mark won't be here today. I heard that he got very sick last night.
What do you mean sick? How sick?
The nurse said he almost died.
But what caused it?
Probably the head injury at the time of the accident.
Will he have any more?
He probably will. When areas in the brain heal, they sometimes leave scars or pressure spots that can cause convulsions.
Isn't that great? Just great. He said he could be a lawyer or a teacher. I didn't want to spoil his dream. I didn't have to, I guess.
Heart, Jay.
Ken? Take me to my room.
Won't you please eat something?
I'm not hungry.
But you haven't eaten all day. Hello, Mrs. Warner. Hi, Penny. RJ? I thought you might like to know. Mark's going to be all right.
Thanks.
We've been praying for him, some of the other nurses and I. I was wondering, we'd like to pray for you, too.
Why? There's nothing wrong with me that a new spine wouldn't cure.
Physical healing isn't the only thing to pray for.
Nothing else matters. Don't waste your time.
Well, good night.
RJ, hi. What's new? How come you're not exercising?
What for?
To get better.
We'll never get any better than helpless.
Last week when I was sick, I was kind of hoping for a visit from you. Why didn't you come to see me?
Because we only remind each other of how useless we are. Ken, please.
I stopped in to see Mark tonight. He was crying. He told me what you said.
I just told him the truth.
His nurses said he won't exercise, he won't eat. He doesn't seem to care about anything anymore. He's given up, RJ.
It's just seeing things the way they really are. And that hurts.
You've given up too, haven't you?
Edie. Mm-hmm. I want you to do something for me.
Okay.
Tomorrow, bring me that bottle of sleeping tablets that you have at home.
RJ.
Edie, I want to be at peace. I want this torment to be over.
No.
Dr. Benelli, I want to talk to you.
Where is she now?
I sent her home. And if you feel betrayed, don't. It's because she really cares about you that she came to me.
Edie doesn't know what it's like.
I think she understands better than you do. She's a good woman, RJ. And she's just one reason you have to go on living.
What good is life, Doc, if you can't enjoy it? What good am I?
You mean a lot to a good many people. Especially Edie.
Sure. I mean, a financial burden, a helpless cripple, not even half a husband.
The finances will be taken care of by insurance and by county and state aid. As for Edie, she loves you just as much as she did before the accident. Her love is all she has to offer you. And you're being very unfair to her by rejecting it.
Come on, Dr. Benelli.
Edie married a man, not a football uniform. And a man is more than a body.
How can she love someone who's useless?
You're not useless, RJ. You and your wife will need some help to get you through some tough times. You're limited, yes, but with God's power, you can overcome almost anything.
Doc, don't give me one of those religious halftime pep talks. Be realistic. I'm whipped, and I know it.
Don't take my word for it. Let's consult a real authority. There's some advice here in the Bible from the Apostle Paul. He was a missionary who had some serious health problem we can't identify. He didn't give us any real symptoms here. The Lord told him, "My spiritual strength is sufficient, for it is only by means of conscious weakness that perfect power is developed." Then Paul said how glad he was to admit his weakness and to let the power of Christ become obvious rather than showing off his own strength.
Yeah, and I suppose all I have to do is ask for help, huh? It's too easy, Doc.
It's easy, but not so easy. When you ask for help, it means you believe you can get help. By asking, you make a commitment, and that's the key.
I'm not used to asking for help.
You're not used to feeling sorry for yourself either, or to hurting people that love you like Edie and Mark.
I didn't mean to. I don't know.
Maybe you feel you don't have a purpose, but you do, a very important one. Mark's parents are gone, and he has his whole life ahead of him. He can have a good life if you're willing to set an example that he's willing to live up to. He admires you. He respects you. He can have a good life if you're willing to show him how. Give up the struggle, RJ. The struggle to cope. Take strength from Christ and pass that strength on to Mark.
I'm not making any promises, Doc. But I'll talk to Mark. Okay?
Okay. this peace that you need, heaven's forgiveness and peace and love in the soul. You could never hope by your own effort to secure it. But God offers it to you as a gift.
Hi, Coach. You got a minute?
Sure.
Would you mind leaving us alone for a little while?
Sure. I'll be at the nurse's station.
Thanks. I came to apologize. I'm sorry about what I said the other day, Mark.
Do you mean he didn't mean it?
I've always thought of myself as being strong. But that was a weak person talking.
I didn't know you. It was like somebody else.
Hey! Help! We need help! God, please, help me! Emergency! Room 217! Mark can't breathe! We need help! Okay, we have a pulse. This is strictly respiratory arrest. Let's get him breathing.
Mark?
Mark.
Mark, wake up. Take a deep breath.
First sounds are good.
Blood pressure is 90/40.
Mark, take a deep breath.
Mark? Mark, honey. Mark?
Just oxygen.
He's responding. I think we made it.
He's going to be all right.
Oh, thank God.
And we've had a neurosurgeon check him. And he thinks that Mark's convulsive problem can be taken care of with surgery. For good.
RJ and I both have been praying for that.
Something still bothers me, though, Doc. I was able to move my wheelchair for the first time. And I can still do it. Why? Adrenaline or God? How do you explain it?
I won't try. I'll just accept it.
Life's a puzzle, too, Mark. But it's a lot more complicated than this one. We can't figure out how to put the pieces together by ourselves. I always thought I could do everything on my own, but I wasn't strong enough. I needed Christ in my life. Now, I have to start each day with him, or I just can't cut it.
Maybe you and I can start the day together with him?
Sure we can. If we stick to our therapy, I mean, really work at it, we'll be pretty much able to take care of ourselves. We might even forget we're paralyzed. Right, Doc?
I think what RJ means is that you and he can learn to accept paralysis and make the best of it. You could set an example for lots of others. Help them find the physical and spiritual strength they need to deal with their problems.
We can't walk, but think of all the people who can't move at all. Maybe you and I can at least make them want to try, huh?
Yeah, RJ. We can do it. And God's going to help us, isn't he?
He will if we let him.
Maybe you can't walk, but I don't think you'll have any trouble getting where you want to go.
Penny, I was a fool not to let you pray for me.
I did anyway.
I should have known. Okay, Squirt, it's your move. Ah!